A very good afternoon. You're watching MTV Sports on News First. I'm Shahan Jurangpat and this is your lunchtime news bulletin. Let's first take a look at your headlines. Landslide threat in Rattota. "500 houses in 6 villages underwater after the Andamkatu tank in Arachikattur breaks its banks. Iraqi President Talabani in critical condition after stroke. Now for those stories in detail, the Disaster Management Center says that 175,558 individuals have been affected across the island owing to the prevailing adverse weather condition. Assistant Director of the DMC, Pradeep Kodipli, said that 16 deaths have been reported while 14 others are missing.
The construction of a steel bridge along the Colombo-Kurunagala road near the Kurunagala Teaching Hospital commenced yesterday. The steel bridge was put up as cracks appeared on the existing bridge. Vehicular movement along the Colombo-Kurunagala road came to a complete standstill as a result. Meanwhile, several villages including Kobegane and Ambalayagama were inundated owing to floods. Our correspondent said that residents who were stranded as a result of the bad weather were rescued with the assistance of the security forces. Houses and farmland in many districts were damaged owing to flash floods. This is the manner in which farmland in the Mawadipalli and Samanture areas were inundated by water. This area was inundated due to the overflowing of the Daduru Oya. Damages were caused to the machinery used for the Daduru Oya project as a result of this. As a result of the bad weather, the Wattada Divisional Secretariat of the Matale district and several adjacent villages were severely affected. Divisional Secretariat DMGB Vijay Bandara states that the threat of landslides in the area has not receded yet. Our correspondent, who is at the location, Manjula Prabhat, stated that 688 displaced families and 1,583 persons of the Rattota Divisional Secretariat have been provided shelters in schools, divisional secretariats, places of worship and 10 other locations.
Well, the adverse weather not only affected humans, animals were also affected by the extreme weather. Meanwhile, steps have been taken to open the spill gates of reservoirs due to the rapid increase in water levels.
Spill gates in the Vamadilla Reservoir in Dambul were open as a result of the reservoir reaching spill level. This is the Inginimete Reservoir. 2,800 cubic feet of water per second gushes out of the 5 spill gates of the reservoir. Furthermore, 4 spill gates of the Natchadu reservoir were also opened. correspondent stated that the two spill gates of the Kala River had been opened up to 14 feet.
The embankments of the Putlam, Arachikattu, Andamkattu tanks had been affected by the adverse weather. Our correspondent stated that the water capacity of the Putlam, Arachikattu, Andamkattu tank had risen. Now, as a result of this, around 500 houses of 6 villages were submerged. With the intervention of security units and other groups, the villagers were taken to safe locations. Meanwhile, the Department of Railways says that train services have been limited as a result of the prevailing weather condition. Superintendent of Railways Elia Ratnaika said that the office service from Putlam to Colombo had also been suspended as a result. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology states that the extreme weather condition that has affected many parts of the island may persist over the next few hours. Now, duty meteorologist at the Met Department, Meryl Mendes, has the weather forecast.
Last 24 hours, IS-10 reported from Pasikuda State at 217.8 millimeter, and also Anuradhapura 130.1 millimeter, and Nochiakama is around 161.9 millimeter. Showers with fairly heavy falls will continue in the Batikolo, Ampara, Monragala and Hambantota district, and also along the eastern slopes of the central hills. Showers can be expected at several places elsewhere, especially during the afternoon or evening.
Now let's move on to other local news. President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that it is a responsibility to serve the people, devoid of party differences, no matter who comes to power. Now the president made this statement at a special meeting at Temple Trees. Now this special meeting was held with the opposition councillors of the Colombo Municipal Council to discuss the development program implemented in the Colombo city. The president stated that no matter who holds the power of the Colombo Municipal Council, it will not interfere with the development program for the city. Well, on sports in boxing news, Slimline Sports Club claimed the 86th National Boxing Championship, while the Sri Lanka Air Force emerged as runners-up. The 86th National Boxing Championships in Kandy was held under 10 weight categories for men and 7 weight categories for women. Slimline Sports Club claimed 13 gold medals to win the overall championship. Manju Wanyarachi, who was banned for 2 years for using banned substances, won the 56 kg bantam weight title by beating Gayan Veera Kodi of the Sri Lanka Army yesterday. Now, this was Manju Wanyarachi's first bout since his return to the boxing ring. The trophy for the best boxer of the year went to Anusha Koditwako. The best boxers in the tournament are to be selected for the SAF Games contingent. Well, on cricket news, Australian captain Michael Clarke has reclaimed the top spot in the ICC player rankings for test batsmen that were released yesterday after the Hobart and Nagpur tests.
Clarke, who entered the Hobart Test trailing number 1 ranked Shivnavansh on the pole by just 1 ratings point, now leads the West Indian by 9 points. Clarke's knocks of 74 and 57 in the Hobart Test against Sri Lanka, that was won by Australia by 137 runs, played a part in helping him race to the top. England's captain Alistair Cook, who was the other contender for the top spot, has remained in 4th position after losing 38 rating points following his double failure in the Nagpur Test, which ended in a draw. He now trails Clarke by 52 rating points. Other big gainers in the latest rankings are Australia's Mike Hussey, England's duo of Jonathan Trott and Ian Bell, Sri Lanka's Tilakawatna Dilshan, and India's Virat Kohli.
And that brings an end to our lunchtime news bulletin here on MTV Sports. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Shanjarang Pati. Goodbye.